Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my Country Cuz lap steel lesson for Sunday morning here. We dogging now, folks. We got cold last night. We got a big old frost outside. Looks like it done snowed, and it's down to I think it was 24 on the thermometer this morning, 24 or 25, but it's cold. But our water hadn't froze because we done made coffee and eat our breakfast and all that, and we got up and out kind of early this morning. But anyway, we're gonna talk about some things because I want to help y'all. I'm trying to help people in general. I want to help y'all become better musicians. I want to help you become patient too. That's one of the keys to being a good musician, is be patient. I hope y'all got to see, I had a company last night or yesterday evening late. Mr. Harold Perry come over, and we actually played for about an hour. I picked out one of the songs and turned the camera on and videoed it. It's the video that's next to this one, called An Old Time Country Song or something like that. But anyway, at the end of this video, I'm gonna talk about my pedal board, because there's somebody asking what sequence I put my pedals in, and I'll turn the camera around and I'll show y'all how I set my pedal board up. And right now I've got a volume pedal. My volume pedals first, then a synthesizer, and then I got overdrive tone driver, then I got a super overdrive, a Canyon pedal, and then the ditto looper is last, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. Also, if you're working for the government there in Washington, D.C., I see y'all are confused too, which probably y'all stay confused the way it looks, but I noticed that y'all's classified documents is just popping up everywhere in people's garages and cars and homes. And I understand that the National Archives is kind of like our library down here where they keep this stuff. Well, some advice to you is get you a notebook. When somebody comes in and they check out these documents, my advice to you is write down the time and the date that they got them and checked them out, just like at a library. And if they not, you can ask them if they know how long they're going to keep them. And if they don't know, tell them they got to check back in every week, or at least 30 days, because I hear some of these documents are y'all finding are 6 years old. At least every 30 days, they need to bring them back, return them, or come back and sign the book saying they still got them. And y'all also need to know where they're at all time. Now, that's just some advice from me personally, and I hope you understand, because I know y'all struggling with what I call common sense in everyday life up there in the Senate, House, representatives, the government, and all that. Y'all can't quite figure it out, because I think what your problem is, you're taking up too much time fighting against the Republicans, and the Democrats are fighting each other like that, and us taxpayers are the one paying for y'all fighting each other over nothing. But at the same time, y'all both agreeing on spending our money, and you're not spending it wisely, because I can see how you're spending it and giving it away like it's candy. You wonder why people are coming from other countries over here to America. Well, I can't blame them, because it's the word's out. If you come over here, you get everything give to you free, and that stuff that you giving to them is taken away from us, the taxpayers. So you need to be giving us some back too, because things are gonna change one day, and it's gonna get bad. But anyway, back to the lap steel lesson. I'm not gonna try to fix our government, because I'm not involved in it, and I think it's a waste of time to try. Alright, we're going to play, I'm going to talk a little bit for y'all beginners when you're putting your, now you can play with finger picks, thumb picks. As you see, I use a nylon flat pick, gray Dunlap. Speedy got one just like it, and he'll confirm with me. They got a good sound because they sound like natural fingers kind of. Alright, listen to this, folks. This is for the beginners. If you want to, you know, I'm always talking about a 1-4-5 chord and the sequence, and that's a Nashville number system. Well, let me show y'all a trick. You know, most songs go. That was using the one chord, which is the A at this time, and you can change it around. We can do it G. So it don't matter what key we in, if you know the Nashville number system, that's a good thing. But okay, the one chord in a A would be, in the key of A is the A. And the 4 chord, of course, is a D. I want you to follow me now. The 5 chord is an E. Back to the A. Okay, now, that's probably 99% of all songs are played in that sequence. In fact, that one we just did on the video that he was playing the guitar, it was in the key of D, and it was a 1-4-5 song, and it was a country shuffle or walk style beat. But listen to this. This is gonna help you out as a beginner, but then later on you can forget about it. But if you're not sure when you put your bar down, if you're not sure where to go next, always remember your 1-4-5 position is when you're on that. All you gotta do is count up 6 left. There's your next chord, which is a D. And then that's 6, so remember the 5 chord from the A is 8 away, so 6, 7 to 8. And that's the same thing if you're in a G, or if you're playing in an F, or you're playing in a B. And if you doing it in what I call reverse order, like if you're going to starting your D, because you can't catch a D up here unless you're tuned in open D, which I'm tuned in open E. I should have told you that at the start. But the D, anytime you're playing it backwards like this, reverse that order, and that means the 1 chord and the 4 chord, instead of being 6 away, now it's going to be 8 away. So that's 8 frets away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, and the 5 chord, that one's going to be 6 away. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So okay, we got that part figured out, I hope. If we didn't, rewind it and listen at me again. Remember, here's another thing. When I'm playing along with somebody, I give it a pause sometime, and or just like that instead of. I just see how I'm moving my bar. Now that's what you call a whole step, and a half step with a pause. Then you hit it again. See, I didn't touch it until I got to the D. I shook it to give it some vibrato. Alright, another thing I'm doing, I'm plucking up. I call this my plucking up or picking up. Two strings, the second string and the third, so you can start at the G and go. Slide back, then skip over to the third and fourth. Now, same thing. Now, when I got to that E, and you hear that, that's a rake. I'm raking across strings number 1, 2, and 3. And I'm sliding in for that last note. Now that right there is I'm using strings 1 and 3 and picking it in alternate, but I'm going a whole note, and a half note with the picking, and then rake. Slide back in. You can even start. Now I rake the cross coming back towards me. You can do it using 3 strings at a time. I'm using 1 string at a time there. I'm just picking. And what I want you to do is learn your frets. Keep the bar right on top of them. That right there, when you're playing it like that, that's called going to the 2 chord, and it's the setup to go to the 5 chord. Another thing, I want you to practice your muting with this hand. We'll just lay it down. Then practice with the bar pickup. And I'm using the A, the C at the 8th fret, the 10th back, fret D. Now with a slant. That buzz you heard was my pick went down on that string. So, we went over a few things today with the lap steel that I want you to be practicing on. But please don't quit and don't give up and say, well, I'm not getting it. Go ahead and play open if you want to. Just do that. Put that bar down on that top big string. It goes from second, third, back. Going down here, you can use them 3 strings. Going to the B. The 5th string open, and then the 4th string open. Close it right there. And practice all that. There we go. Have fun with it, but don't give up. Okay, y'all stay tuned. We're going to run over the pedal board one time. I done told you how it goes, but I'll show you. So we'll catch that, and we'll call it a day. And I appreciate y'all coming out and hang around to look at the pedal board and amp settings or whatever. Okay, well, hello, everybody. We back for the pedal board part that we're going over. And I'm using a little Peavey Viper 1 amp. And if I didn't have to have an amp, but with one effect in it, it would be reverb. And anyway, in the sequence, I've got my guitar in my lap now, plugged in. This is the volume pedal. Here, the guitar making no sound except in the strings. Okay, I'm going to leave the volume pedal open. Alright, so, now, this next pedal is a synthesizer pedal. It's called Boss Synthesizer SY1. It's got, I don't know, a couple of hundred or more effects in it, and each one of them has got adjustable parameters. And I've got this one set up on something that sounds like a choir. Now, if I was going to put my wah pedal, which I hardly ever use anymore, in, it would go between the synthesizer and the volume pedal. It would be right here on the pedal board. The next one, I've got two overdrives, and the reason is, this is a tone driver right here. You can hear it. Now the tone driver, I use it on my lap steel a lot for the next one is an overdrive, super overdrive SD1 boss. Now I use it mainly on my guitar because I use it when I'm playing single notes like. The next one is a Canyon by Electro Harmonics, and it's got different delays in it, but I bought it because of the shimmer effect, which I keep it set on most of the time. It leaves a trail. Now each one of these pedals has got a volume, so you can control the volume on them, you know, and then a lot of times with the Canyon pedal, a good thing, I'm using the volume pedal to create a swell, but I'm killing out the attacks like this. that's just another use for your volume pedal and your cane pedal. Now the Ditto Looper, my favorite pedals, and that's a pedal that's good for anybody that don't have somebody to play around with like I do with different groups and different people coming by. But the Ditto Looper is a good practice tool. I mean, you can use it, and all it does is create a loop. But you can create a bunch of loops, and you can loop up to 10 minutes on the thing. But it takes a little bit of getting used to, because you got to start it and stop it in the right spot, which would be on your first note. Turn my volume on. I'll show you. We'll do a little. Double tapped it and held it down, and it's gone, and it won't be there again. So you'll have to rewrite the whole thing, but you can record over a bunch of times. A lot of times I'll play the guitar first and record it with the Ditto Looper, and then I'll pick up the lap steel and run over the song. Now sometimes I use it just to put an effect in a song that I'm using, you know, something that I need. Just like a something that simple right there. Or enjoyed it and hope you got something out of this. The amplifier I'm using, I'll get over there and swing you over there and let's get a good look at it one time. It's called a Peavey Viper. I know y'all seen them. But that's where I got it set up. Right there now. The cool thing is, it's got, this is what I like right here. I'm on a, I got it compression. And over here I got it set up on a Fender Twin Sound. And as you see, that right there is my pre-gain, my lows, my mids are turned up right there, and then I got my highs. That's my reverb right here. No, that's the post-gain. Well, yeah, post-gain and reverb together. There you go, reverb level. And you have to push the knob and the buttons, all right? Also, and the amp, there ain't no easy thing to set up, I can tell you. But anyway, it's a good little amp. And right over here, you got different types of instruments. You can go and do a acoustic, see there, and a bass. Look at that. Bass. And it ain't no good for a bass to me. speaker's too little. Anyway, that's what we're using. And I got all these other amps in here and got some more stored in another room. So, I hope y'all all have a great week. And y'all come back to see me on Wednesday if we don't do something sooner.